almost as if the body belongs to someone else. And I want you to let me know as you pass your awareness down the body if you become aware of any pain or discomfort in the body, any anxiety or anger or feelings of dense energy that should not be there. Pass your awareness down the body, starting at the head. Take your time and let me know if you find anything.
My hands feel heavy.
Your hands feel heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Very good. Tell me more about that feeling of heaviness in your hands.
They're kind of heavy, like I'm like holding a large rock. It feels like it's bending me forward.
Okay, let's go into that feeling of the large rock. Does it feel like a tangible thing, like an actual rock that you're holding?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
And I can feel
Let's,
the pressure on my low back from the pulling over of this weight.
so you're bending over from the feeling of this rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Let's let's key into this feeling right now. I want you to feel this rock in your hands and describe how it feels to you. Is it smooth or rough?
It's smooth and oval shaped.
Oval shaped, very good. Tell me more about this rock. Anything that you know about it. What is it exactly? Why are you holding it?
Not sure why I'm holding it.
That's okay. That's all right. Does this rock have a color?
It's tan, not very interesting.
Tan. Is it solid color or is there any kind of writing on this rock?
It's just a solid color. Like
Just
mostly I notice this the heaviness in my hands.
okay. Let's go into that feeling and let's move to that feeling in your back. Let's key into that feeling and that heavy feeling in your back. Is there a color associated with that feeling and discomfort in your back?
Like a gray feeling, gray
Gray
color.
feeling. Okay, very good. Does this rock or this gray feeling, does either one have a consciousness attached to it?
Feels like an old woman. I feel like an old woman, like
That's very,
hunched over, heavy.
very good. Let's go with that. You feel like an old woman. I would like to ask you more questions. Do you feel into your body right now? I want you to tell me if you get a sense that you are an old woman carrying this rock.
Yeah.
You are. Very good. I would like to know more about this woman. Let's let's feel into her. Let's see if we can see what this woman looks like. What can you tell me about her?
Just long gray hair.
Very
Looks
good.
kind of ratty, like it's sort of
Like dirty.
mm-hmm.
Okay, long gray hair. Let's look at her face. Tell me something about her face. Describe it for me if you can.
She's smiling, but she
Ah,
looks like she's in pain, which is so hunched over.
but she is smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at her clothes. Can you see what she's wearing? What can you tell me about that?
feel like I'm not wearing any shoes.
Okay.
I have a walking stick, a nice long walking stick.
Tell me about that walking stick. Describe that for me.
It's like a skinny but strong tree, kind of a walking stick.
Okay.
And I'm severely hunched over, so I'm
Ah,
using that to hold me up.
okay. So you're walking. Let's look around you. Take your time. Just let's take in your surroundings. And when you are ready, could, could you describe what you see?
I'm in a forest.
A forest. Tell me
I
about
feel like
this.
there's pine needles on the ground,
And you're barefoot. How does that feel walking on the pine needles?
soft but crunchy,
Okay.
kind of damp.
So you're walking through the forest of pine. Do you have a sense of where you're going?
I think I live alone in a little house nearby.
Very good. Very good. Are you alone right now in the forest?
Yeah. Hmm.
Let's let's keep walking until we get to this little home. And when you arrive, let us stand in front. Tell me when you get there. No hurry.
I'm there.
Very good. Let's look at this house in the forest. I would love to know more about it. Could you describe it for me?
I feel like I look like the I feel like I look like the Wicked Witch in Snow White, but I'm not
Ah,
wicked.
no, no, of
But I'm
course
not
not.
wicked.
What does your house look like?
Kind of a modest thatch roof.
Okay. Does it have a color, the house?
Just kind of trees and natural colors,
Very good.
like branches.
Let's open the door and go inside. Shall we?
Hmm.
I would love to know more about your house. Could you tell me what you see and describe it for me?
There's a fireplace and the
A
looks like
fireplace.
there's a pot on the fire.
Ah, what is the
It's literally a
fireplace?
it's literally a
Black pot.
black pot.
Very good. What tell me about this fireplace? What is it made of?
I want to say brick, but it's not brick. It's just stones.
Stones. Very good. Very good. Look around. How many rooms are in this house?
I feel like it's like one big room.
Very good. Could you tell me more about this room? Is there any furniture?
Simple table of wood.
Okay.
And it's like I sleep on the floor, but it's comfortable.
Oh, you sleep on the floor. Tell me more about that. How do you, what do you sleep on?
It's not a mattress. It's feathers of some kind that are
Ah,
covered.
very good. It sounds charming. I would like to know, what do you do in this house? What do you use the big pot for?
I just had an image of a duck, so I guess I'm cooking the duck.
You're cooking the duck. Very
I
good.
guess. I don't know.
Very good. Okay.
I could see that I'm resourceful. I'm picking like my bed is made of feathers, but I'm eating it, and
Okay. Tell me more about your life. I would love to know more about you.
I don't live with anyone, and I'm kind of choosing to be out here by myself.
Why is that?
It's quiet.
Quiet. Do you have any family?
I don't think so.
Okay. What about friends?
I really commune with the animals.
Oh, you do. How do you do that? How do you commune with the
It's
animals?
like they're my pets, but it's not like we talk or anything, but they're like my pets.
What type of animals do you communicate with?
The deer come by.
Mm-hmm. The deer.
There's birds everywhere.
How lovely. It sounds like a very peaceful, happy life.
Hmm.
I would now like to move forward to a day in the life of this woman when something very important and significant happens. Let's move forward to a very relevant and important day. And when you arrive there, please let me know. There is no hurry to get there.
I feel like people don't like me. They don't know what I'm doing. They don't know why I'm here. And
Okay.
they've left me alone most of my life, but they don't understand me.
They don't understand you. Why do you think that is?
They're angry and jeering, and they're
They're
like
angry.
peasant looking people, like common people, but I
Okay.
mean, I think I'm a witch of some kind of, but not a bad person, just
Let's listen.
nature. I'm just nature.
Let's listen to those people for a moment. Listen to what they're saying. Tell me, what words are they using? What are they saying as they yell to you?
They think they think I'm casting spells. I think there's a sickness in their place of living, and they're
Okay.
blaming me,
They're blaming you.
but they've never blamed me before. They knew I was there.
So they've chosen to blame you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me any more that you know about the situation?
I think I used to live with them and left long ago.
Long ago.
So they know me, but they don't know what I'm doing out here.
Okay. Very good. Let's let's feel into this day and tell me what happens next.
They've got like torches, so I have a fear they're gonna hurt me with their fire, but they take me to the river and they're
To the
threatening to
river.
drown me.
Okay. Just know that you are an observer in this scene before you, just like in a movie, and you will feel no pain, no stress, no sensations. We're just watching and learning. So let us observe. So they are taking you to the river right now.
Hmm.
Okay. What do they
I
say?
understand the rock now. The rock, they've tied me to a rock and they've got me holding a rock. I'm strangely indifferent. I'm old. I don't care what they do to me.
Okay. Is this the last day in the life of this woman?
Yeah.
All right. So what do they do next?
I feel like I'm elevating out of my body right now. Like I just go into the water and I
Okay.
don't really
Okay.
feel afraid. I just know that I'm
Okay.
sunk in there, and
Okay.
they don't know. They think I'll come up, I guess, if I'm not knew a witch or something, but
Okay,
I just think.
we're going to leave this woman behind. We're going to leave that part of ourself here. And we're going to move forward out of the body, thanking this woman for allowing us to visit with her today and thanking her for what she has taught us and shown us today in her lifetime. I want you to tell me now when you have a sense of where you are or what you might be feeling.
I just kind of feel like I'm floating, like
Float.
outside of my body.
What does that feel like to you?
Like like I'm a cloud, like I'm just a floating feeling.
It's beautiful. Very good. Let's float for a while. Let's float for a while. And as we float, we're going up to the white light of Source, the beautiful golden white light of Source. And take a moment immersed in the light. Do you see or feel anything at this moment?
Yeah, I see Jesus.
You do. How
Mm,
lovely. What is he doing? Is he speaking to you?
yeah.
Oh, what does he say? I would love to know.
God, I just keep floating higher and higher. I can't stop floating.
That's okay. Are you enjoying that feeling of
Mm,
floating?
mm-hmm.
That's fine. Where is Jesus right now?
He says, "You are in the light. You are of the light. You are the light."
Very good.
And he's thanking me for a life well lived.
How nice. Beautiful. What else is he saying or doing?
He's always been here. I had trouble believing in him. I refused to believe the stories that I was taught. It seemed so magical and fictitious. And he says, "No, they're real."
Let's ask Jesus to tell us more about those stories and to share some truths about his life here on earth at that time.
I imagine him as the shepherd with this uh, sheep with the staff in his hands.
How nice. That's lovely.
And I imagined being a follower and listening.
Were you with him
I
during that
believe
time?
so. I believe so.
Let us ask him about that. Let us ask Jesus, what was your relationship with Lori in that lifetime? We would love to learn more about that. Tell me what he says to you.
It was a hard life, but we believed in more than this life.
Very good. Yes, so true.
So the hard life didn't hurt so much because we believed more will be waiting for us.
Of course. Important truth. Is there anything else he would like to share with you today?
He's showing me his wife and how beautiful she was and what love looked like.
What was her name?
Mary, of course.
Mary, yes, of course. Is this Mary Magdalene that he is
Yeah.
referring to? She's very lovely. I agree. We would love for him to share more or for Mary herself to tell us more about herself? There have been many misconceptions about her. Is there anything she would like to share that would be beneficial to us here on earth to know?
She spent more time talking with us than he did.
Ah, tell me more about that.
She was beautiful. She just was so much to look at. She
Describe
just,
her for me. Tell us what she looks like.
I see long dark hair, but there was just a light around her, just this vibrancy, and she was comfortable in her sensuality,
Mm-hmm.
and she adored him. And we
Yes.
saw that love.
Ah, how nice. What a beautiful thing to experience. What else would they like to share today? It's a blessing to be here before them. I'm sure there's more they would like to tell us.
Don't be afraid of what's coming.
What is coming? Would they like to tell us more so we can be prepared?
I think she's talking about the transition to New Earth, which just the consciousness raising.
Mm-hmm. Would either of them like to share more about how that will transpire?
You have to think bigger than yourself and expand your aura or light, just expand it to big, and share that with everyone. Those who have more light need to share with those who don't. And it's not in a verbal way, it's just in a presence and a being. It's the quiet way. It's not loud, it's just by being the light.
By being the light. So I gather they mean that just by being around people, our light will affect them and help them
Yes,
to grow. Very
yes,
good. Very important
yes.
message. Thank you. What else would they like to tell you today? I would like to ask them to share more with you about your mission here on earth at this time. Would they like to help you understand that?
Yes, Jesus has the great teacher in him, and the great teacher has virtues that I strive to understand.
What are those virtues?
Humility, loyalty, virtue,
Would they like to tell
compassion.
what would they like to tell you to help you understand these things and implement into your own life here now?
My husband is of great comfort to me.
Yes, very good.
It's just stability that I look for. It's just right here. He's there. It's within me, but he helps me see it.
So is he helping you in your daily life every day?
Not right now, but
Let,
yeah,
let's ask him. Let's to be of help to come in more often if that's what you would like.
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to ask Mary if she has any message in regards to the divine feminine here on this planet as we shift from more of a masculine energy to the divine feminine, the feminine energy rising, a softer,
Mm.
gentler way of living on the planet. Is there anything like any advice, anything she would like to share with us about that today?
I see her put her hands to her chest as in prayer, and then lift them wide and open and spin in a circle. She's showing me that joy and dance and song, and just to be free with being a woman.
Very good advice. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else that they would like to share today before we move on to the next place?
Just really to laugh and smile and be joyful in being a woman. Just it's almost like the soft, fluttery dress flying
Yes,
around.
I can see that. Beautiful.
Mm.
What color is her energy?
Gosh, it's like a sunset. It's like orange red.
Beautiful. Very pretty.
She is the
Very.
sunset. Ah,
So blessed to be with them right now.
yeah.
Very, very good. We are going to thank them so much for taking the time to come and see us today, for the beautiful, beautiful messages that they have shared, and with the reminder that they are guides and protectors in your life here at this time on the planet. So we thank them and allow them to recede to their dimension where they belong, knowing that they are still always with you in spirit. And we will move forward. We are going to leave this part of ourselves in the white light of Source. And we are going to continue on. And we are going to travel through time and space. Time and space until we arrive at the next most appropriate place and time. And when you arrive, I would like for you to share with me what you see or sense. There's no hurry. Allow yourself to float.
I just arrived off on a train station. I can sense a train and the horn and the
Oh,
steam of an engine coming to a halt at a train station.
let's look around. Tell me,
Mm.
describe this train station for me. What does it look like?
Uh, doesn't look like today's train stations. It's definitely a steam train and
Is there a building?
um, yeah.
Tell me about that.
The people is what I notice, and they're more like wearing a long formal dress,
Oh, very good.
hats.
Describe the dress. What can you tell me about the dress that catches your
Mm.
attention?
The way it moves, like a heavy cotton,
Okay.
looks thick and warm, long.
Are they wearing
Everyone
coat?
looks very buttoned up and stuffy.
Are they wearing coats? Is it cold?
Uh, they're not wearing coats, but it's a warm, long sleeve, long dress.
Okay.
Hair is done.
Yes, I was about to ask you. Describe their hairstyle for me.
It's like their hair is long but worn up in not braids, but worn up,
Very good.
like under a hat up.
These dresses, are they loose and flowing or are they tight at the waist
They're
and
tight at
full?
the waist.
Very
Yeah, and
good.
full.
Thank you. I would like you to get a sense of yourself. Are you in a body at the moment?
I'm a woman.
You're a woman. Tell me, take a look down at your dress, at your sleeves. Can you tell me about that? What are you wearing today?
My shoes are too small and they're fitted like a boot.
Like a boot.
They're too tight. A little
Nice
heel.
little heel. Very good. Look at your hands and tell me, describe your hands to me. Are you wearing any jewelry?
I believe I'm married.
Are you wearing a wedding ring?
Yeah, it's just simple. Just a
Okay,
band.
very good. Very good. Are you alone at this train station?
No, I think I'm with my husband, a man.
Let's take a moment
I'm nice and tall and slender. I'm aware of my body. I
Okay.
like this body.
Very good. Of course, we should. Um, this person you're with, let's take a moment and get a sense of him. Look at him and describe him for me when you're ready.
He's my height, so he's tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a mustache that's kind of longer,
Okay.
dark hair.
Is he wearing a hat?
He is wearing a hat. It's like a short top hat.
Ah, okay. Very nice. Very
Well, maybe
nice.
tall top hat. I don't know.
Very good.
We're
Why
very
are,
formal.
yes, why are you at this train station? Do you know why you're there?
We just got off to go visit someone.
You did. Have you come
Hmm,
home now?
I'm not sure what we're doing here yet.
Let's take a moment and try to think about that. Try to feel that.
We're in a very good mood. I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, how lovely.
I can see me put my hands to my belly and complain about it
Ah,
being too fitted.
that's why it's tight. Okay. Very, very good. Let's let's walk from this train station now. Let's go towards your next destination. Tell me when, tell me what happens next as you're leaving this train station. Where are you going?
We walk for a bit, but we do get in a carriage. We must be wealthy. It seems like
Yes.
not everyone has a carriage.
No, no. Can you describe this carriage for me?
Uh, there's two horses pulling.
Mm-hmm.
There's a man on the outside, and we are definitely inside.
Very
A
good.
single door opens.
Okay, let's ride this carriage. Let's enjoy this carriage ride. And please tell me when you get to your destination.
It's a very big house on a very long road.
I would like to ask you, as we ride in this carriage, to look around. Do you know what the city is called that you are in right now?
It feels like a lot of fields.
Look at the buildings. Describe the buildings that you see.
I feel like it's America. I don't feel like we're
Okay,
European.
okay.
It's not the South. It's not the West Coast.
What do the houses look like? What does your house look like? Tell me about your house. What does it look like on the outside?
It's got big steps leading to the front. I guess they're pillars in the front.
Ah,
It feels like I'd use the word colonial,
okay.
but I
Colonial.
don't know.
That's a good word.
I don't
Very,
know.
very good. That came to you. What color is this house?
It's a white house.
White house. Very good. Let's go up to the door. Open the door and tell me, is anyone there?
Someone greets us at the door. We have
Yes.
people working there.
Tell me about them.
Hmm. She's got dark skin and she smiles. She's happy to see us.
Very nice. What do you know her name?
Claire.
Claire. So, what does Claire's hair look like?
She's wearing a servant's outfit. Her hair is under a white cotton um, bonnet.
Ah, okay.
She has a white apron and a blue dress.
Let's follow Claire into the house and tell me more about who else is in the house. Who else lives there?
A little boy comes out to see me.
A
He's
little
happy.
boy. Who is he? Do you know him?
Yeah, he's my son.
Oh, how nice. Tell me about him. You seem so happy to see him.
He's like 7 or 8, and he's got little short formal pants on.
Oh, very cute.
Um, he looks
Very
like
nice.
he's been chased by somebody outside. He's
Oh,
probably getting into mischief, but he's happy. I
very
can't wait
good.
to take off my clothing. I'm like, get me out of this dress. Mm.
Right. All right. So let's explore this life further and move forward now slowly to an important day in the lifetime of this woman. Take your time. A very significant, important day.
My husband's being called to war, and he's got a blue outfit on,
Describe
and we're
this
not
outfit.
happy.
Tell me about the outfit.
Dark blue military with gold
Mm-hmm.
medal buttons,
Okay. Why are you
black
not?
brimmed cap, well, black on the front part of the hat.
Why do you feel unhappy at the moment? Do you know? Tell me
Well,
about
he
this.
he's proud. He's proud to go, and he's got like this. I've got to do what I've got to do. It's the right thing, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid he's gonna go.
When he goes, do you know which war this is that he is going to fight in?
A civil war.
The Civil War, of course.
I've seen this life before,
You've
but I
seen
don't
this.
remember the children are being pregnant. But
Okay.
I remember being with him in this house.
Are you pregnant now on
Yeah,
this day?
yeah.
All right. All right. Tell me what happens next.
Well, he goes to war, and I feel like I now have a little girl.
A little girl.
Maybe she's 2 or 3. She's walking.
So some time has passed now.
Some time has passed,
Okay. What's
and
happening?
we haven't heard back. We don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
We're still
What's
at war, I guess. People have been coming in and out of the house. It's less beautiful now than it was.
less beautiful?
Claire is still there. She takes care of me.
Very good. Okay. I would like to know if you're aware, as this is the time of the Civil War, do you know what state you are living in?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I have a lump in my throat and I feel like Claire's been hung. I feel
Claire's
like they made me watch her for my friendship.
I have a question about your husband.
Mm.
As you're feeling that, okay, that's, we'll pray for Claire that she goes to the light and is in peace. Your husband was wearing a blue uniform. That says to me that he was not fighting alongside of his neighbors in North Carolina, was he?
Oh,
What was his belief about this war? Tell me about that. How did he feel? What was he passionate about in regards to this war?
equality.
Equality. How did the people around you feel about the choice he made during this war, as he was obviously fighting for the other side? How did the people around you feel about that?
They never cared, and then one day they did.
They all of a sudden, do you know what prompted this change of heart?
I feel like we didn't talk about it. We just had our house and we ran our house and we lived a life and we were happy and we'd come and go.
And then
But
they,
the way the world was, we didn't believe in it. We
no,
didn't
no,
believe in it.
no, respect his choice. That took great bravery for him to make that decision and to hold fast to his principles. So you must have been very proud of him.
My heart is beating a lot right now.
Okay, let's breathe. Rest. I will say again that we are watching this like a movie, and you will not feel any physical sensations, any pain, any deep emotion. We are just observing this life. So,
I think he never even really got to war. I think he didn't even make it that far.
tell me more about that, please.
I just feel like he didn't fit the mold. He didn't fit what the belief system was. And
What happened?
I want to use the word lynched, like they lynched him, but I never knew. I
You
thought he
never
went to
knew.
war.
You never knew. Okay. We can look into that more.
I've never been to North Carolina, so I don't know what that looks like.
No, that's okay. You're very, very
Hmm.
accurate. I have. So now let us move again very gently forward to another day of great significance in this life. And when you are ready, share with me what's happening.
I don't know why, but I'm sitting on the front steps. I'm just sitting and looking out the front. There's someone coming to the house, I guess.
Okay, let's watch. As they come closer, can you describe them for me?
It's not the nice formal carriage we used to travel in. It's um, a simple wagon kind of carriage.
Okay.
They're harassing me. They told me to get off the land, that I don't belong there anymore.
Who are these people?
I'm not quite sure. They don't look like they're military. They don't look like, maybe they're local people.
Mm-hmm.
There's men and women. And they're just harassing me,
Okay.
telling me I don't belong there.
Okay. Let's move forward again.
I think they're going to burn my house down.
Okay. Remember, we're just watching and observing.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me what happens next.
I feel like they're holding me back from trying to go in for some reason. And
Where are your children
I
as
get
this
the
is going
terrible
on?
feeling they're inside, but
Okay. Okay. But we don't know that for sure.
don't know that.
We don't know that. We're going to leave this scene right now. We're going to leave this scene and very gently move forward to yet another day of significance that will give us more of this story. And when you arrive, please share with me.
I'm on a brown horse and I'm riding somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dirty.
Okay.
I don't have nice shoes on anymore.
How old does the body feel at this time?
I'm a young middle age. Like
Young middle age.
I'm young middle aged,
Look
but I'm
around.
alone.
You're alone. Where are you? Can you tell me the surroundings that you're in?
I always look for water. I feel like I always look for water.
Always look for water. Why is that?
It's the water's always healing.
When you find this water, what do you do?
sit down and I wash my feet. I
Ah, that's very
just feel
good.
dirty. I get in the water.
The water makes you clean?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Can you tell me more or what you know of the circumstances of your life right now at this time?
Yeah. There's a sadness and I'm lonely. Everything has changed.
Where are your children?
They're gone. They died.
How did they die?
They were in the house.
They were in the house. Did the people who did this to your home know that the children were in the house?
I think that's what I was yelling about, but
Did
that
they?
was not, they didn't care. That wasn't,
They
they
didn't
didn't
care.
like us.
So
They
the
wanted us gone.
so the water has a healing feeling for you.
It's like being in clouds. It's like that floating feeling.
Where do you live right now?
I don't have a home. I'm
You
lucky
don't.
to have this horse
So you don't have a home. Where do you go in the evening to sleep?
under the trees.
Under the trees. Under the trees. Thank you. We are now going to go one more time forward in this life to the last day in this woman's life. And as observers, we will see what is happening. Tell me when you arrive there.
I see a Native American man with a headdress. And because I think he's friendly, I approach him without fear, reservation, but without fear.
Okay.
And he shoots an arrow and kills me.
An arrow. Where did this arrow make contact in your body?
Literally, my heart.
Okay. We're going to leave this woman now in this place.
I have this strange sensation of me lifting my arm. I have a birthmark right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I tried to block it and it scraped through.
It scraped
I
through.
think this is exactly where my birthmark is.
Okay. We will
Like I tried to
definitely
block it.
explore that. We will definitely find out more about that. Okay. Now,
I have a drowning feeling from that. Yeah.
a drowning feeling.
From the blood. Yeah. Hmm.
I would like to know, do you recognize anyone from this particular lifetime who is in the lifetime of Lori right now? Anyone you might recognize?
Yeah, my husband was my husband for sure.
Ah,
I
very
know it in
good.
his eyes.
That's wonderful. How
And the
lovely.
little boy was not in my life, but he was an entity removed
An entity
because I
removed.
asked for a boy in this life.
So he was an entity removed from Lori?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
never seen him before, but I know that's who he
You
is.
know him. Of course you do. Thank you. Now, we are going to
I
place.
understand the hip now. He was always at my hip. That's his height. He
Ah,
was always at my
very
hip.
good. So, in a way, you've kept him with you by feeling him that way.
Yeah,
That kind of what, yes,
yeah.
nothing wrong with that. That's a comfort. That's good. But that served its purpose, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So now he's gone home. That's
Mm.
very good. Very good. So let us get some answers to questions. And we are going to leave this woman in this time and place with so much love for the wonderful information she shared. And we give her all the blessings from our heart for the suffering she has experienced. But we know now that she is in a place of peace. So we will allow this part of Lori to recede back where she belongs. And we will now ask to speak to the higher self of Lori. Would Lori's higher self like to speak with us today?
Yes.
Thank you. We have so many questions. We've seen so much today. You could have shown Lori anything, any lifetimes. Could you tell me why you chose these two to share with her?
There's a need to be alone, to it's this quiet.
Does she have a need to be alone in this
Yeah,
lifetime?
it's it's a problem in this life. It's an isolating thing in this life.
Why does she feel this way? Can you tell us? So that
She's just
she,
trying to reconnect to herself. She's trying to find what's inside, and she ran so far and so long all the years before. Busy, busy, busy.
the two lifetimes that you showed us, in both of these lifetimes, she was exiled from her home by the
Mm,
people around her.
mm.
What would you like her to take away from that? Obviously, it was shown to her so she could learn from that. Could you tell us more about that? Because that's quite a synchronicity.
She feels exiled in this life for feeling differently than others.
And
She
this,
spends time with people who are more outside the box.
mm-hmm,
But it's frustrating because most of the life she's created at this point have been within the lines in the box.
mm-hmm. This, I'm sure you would agree, this is something that needs to be healed in Lori. This feeling of exile. Do you feel the same about
Yeah,
that?
it's a loneliness, a feeling I need to feel. How do I feel the lonely? How do I feel the loneliness?
We would like to we would like to process and heal that feeling of isolation. Would like to release that because that is not serving her here in her mission on the planet's ascension. So I would like to ask that we release this attachment from these old lives, this isolation. She does not need to carry it anymore. And if I may, I would like to call in Archangel Raphael to work with you to remove this from Lori. Would you be willing to work with Raphael to do this?
Yes.
Very good. Then let it be done. Please tell me when your work is complete. I can see the green light over her right now. Has it been completed?
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And as Lori rests now, I am making a statement to Lori and to her higher self that from this moment forward, she will no longer feel that sense of isolation. She will feel accepted and happy and free. And so it is. Thank you. So, what else would you like to share with Lori right now? What else would you like to tell her about these two lifetimes that we saw that she needs to know?
That feeling of being different is not real. It's not real at all.
It's a
It's an
perception.
illusion.
Yes. Yes. Do you have advice as to how she can work with that feeling? Because all people that came to work at this time feel that way. So, what advice would you give her to work with her own feeling of being different?
Start every day filling your own cup with the golden light. Just to pour it in like honey through the crown, just
That's lovely.
marinate in it.
That's good advice for everyone. We should all be doing that. Thank you.
Take
Very
care of
nice.
yourself first.
What will this golden light do for her?
It's like a protective coating. It's like a honey. It just keeps, what's the word? It seals the aura. It seals her being as a wholeness. Like, oh, I get the image of like, it's just this, I don't know the word for it, but it's just not a cloud, but like a gummy, like it's this squishy, soft but firm golden light. And when that light in that seal is solid, she can do anything because then she has the power to let the light out. But she needs the golden orb
Okay. Yes.
all around her first.
Very good. Will this help with her depression and anxiety?
Yeah, she forgets that we're all one, even though she says it all the time. She forgets.
It's sometimes it's easy to forget when you're here. So, would you like to give her a clue, a reminder, some way that she can, just a little something that she can do or use to remind herself of this when she starts to
Uh,
feel sad?
yeah, there's a candle in a golden lotus leaf that's at her altar, and it represents the golden crown. When she lights the candle, it's a reminder of the white light within the golden crown.
So, she should do this more often,
Every day.
every day. Thank you. She will remember that now. Can you expand a bit more about the struggle she has had with using alcohol as a crutch in this lifetime? Would like to know more about that and what we can do about it.
It was a way to cope with trauma. The earliest memory is drinking and banging her head against the wall in her bedroom. It was a way to, she wanted someone to hear, she wanted help, and no one heard.
This brings me to the next question. Are you referring to when she was bullied in grade school?
Yeah,
Okay, that's something we really do need to work on today. Um, she did tell me the story of an older girl bullying her. She has the feeling that somehow her awakened, aware self that she came in with fragmented away somehow. And she's aware that she missed that and it's missing. What can you share about this bullying and what happened afterwards? A lot of questions about that.
it's a combination of things, but her mother's mother died, and she told her mother at 8 years old that the spirit had not left, that the grandmother was still here. And the mother got angry and shut the door and yelled at her. So she knew that the spirit world was not something to be thought of and talked about.
So she was given an impression it was not a positive thing. Is that
Yeah, because
okay?
she talked to ghosts and spirits and had a great imagination as a little girl. Very, very happy.
But that
And when they,
imagination is still there,
mm-hmm,
isn't it?
oh yeah,
Okay. How do we recover that?
singing and dancing with Mary Magdalene and her
Ah,
Magdalene sisters.
yes, that's lovely.
She's found her Magdalene sisters. They're
Very good.
here.
Very good. That's
But the older
wonderful.
girl bullied her because she knew she didn't have the capacity to say no. And this was her way of showing her love, but it wasn't love, it was ego. And then in turn, she thought the bully had to bully to show love,
Mm-hmm.
but it was ego. It was a way
Right.
to build up a sense of self which had already been lost because the disconnect of spirit had already happened.
May I ask a question about this? I am seeing a pattern of helplessness, of others taking away her power in the two lifetimes she was shown and in this
Mm-hmm.
one. Could you talk more about that? Because that is something we absolutely need to address. Thank you.
It's also why her throat chakra is so shut down because nothing she has to say feels like it's important to be heard.
Would you be willing to work on her throat chakra today with Raphael?
Mm,
Let
very
us
much.
let us do that. Let us do that right now. There's Raphael. Raphael is on her left. I see him. And he is holding his hands over Lori's throat chakra. The green light is all around her throat like a beautiful necklace or a turtleneck almost. I will allow you two to work now. Please tell me when it's complete.
It's complete.
Thank you so much for helping. And thank you to Raphael. What will be the result of this healing? What will be changed in Lori? What can she look for as the change? What's going to be different?
She's been trying to sing again and she's had no joy for it. But her daughter's home right now and she loves to sing. And they
Uh,
sang yesterday
she
and
should
they'll
sing more.
sing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So now that we have healed her throat chakra, we both worked
Oh, and the Moldavite necklace is green.
the Moldavite necklace.
Uh huh.
Tell us about
It's
that again.
green. She bought a necklace with Moldavite to wear around her neck. And it's a short necklace, so it's between the throat and neck chakra.
Mm-hmm.
It's the connection piece. And if she thinks of the green light, she can think of Raphael. And she can remember the healing between them.
I'm seeing something about this necklace, and I would love it if you could tell me if I am correct or not. I'm seeing
Yeah.
this necklace, it's sitting midway between the throat and the high heart, the thymus chakra,
Yes.
which is aquamarine. I see it almost as a bridge, a connection of the two. Is this
Yes.
accurate?
Yes.
She needs to remember
Yes.
that. Um, I would like to ask if you could remind her to do the exercise where you're tapping three times in sets of three on the high heart to activate it. Do you feel that would be helpful for her?
Yes. One of her
Oh,
Magdalene sisters taught her that, but she
oh,
forgot it.
I've always done that too. Well, that's great. That's
Mm.
lovely to know where it comes from. Would you be able to give her gentle reminders to do that also every day? I think that might help her too.
You know what? That's what her daughter does.
Oh, well, perfect then.
So
She has a
she,
reminder. Well, she needs to
uh,
join her doing the tapping. That's
yeah.
great. So we have more questions for you. Let's
Oh,
see.
the green is so beautiful. Wow.
It is gorgeous. I completely agree. It's like emeralds. So
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. When when she received an arrow to her heart in that final lifetime we saw today, how does that affect her in this one, if at all?
I felt like that was a surprise. Like a sigh, like a resolution, like
Is that
I don't
affecting her
know.
now? Is there anything, or is that something that isn't really necessary to
No,
address?
No, I don't feel like that was anything to
Okay,
address.
thank you. Lori has a phobia, which is very interesting. She is afraid to go in the boat with her husband driving. Only her husband. She can get in a boat if anyone else drives. She has a fear it's going to capsize. And as the days go by, it's getting worse. And it's definitely a problem in her relationship. Could you address that for us?
There's an image of a captain, like he's a captain of a boat, and I can imagine a storm. Maybe that
Mm-hmm.
was another life.
Maybe so. Is there
Mm.
anything we can do at this time to lessen that phobia or heal it altogether
Well, there's trust issues with him.
with her husband?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What can we do about that? How do we address that? Or
She
is
just
that
has to open her heart. No, it's just, she just has to open her heart. There's nothing wrong. It's
to
just a
open?
trust.
It's just to
Mm-hmm.
trust. Do you have any advice for her as to how she goes about doing that? Some practical steps she could take.
Yeah, just stop isolating.
Stop isolating, and that will make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
When
He's
you
lonely, and too, he's just lonely too, so they isolate.
um Lori had also questions, which most of us do at this time. She would like to know more. Lemuria and Atlantis, did she have lifetimes in either place?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I thought she would say that. Was she in Lemuria specifically?
Yes, that's where her vision of paradise in the valley and the grass and the water and the sunsets and
Ah, could
oh,
you just share with us briefly what did she do there? Did she have a job, or what was her life like? Anything you want to share about that? She would love to know more about that. She's feeling very drawn to get that information.
singing.
Singing.
There was a song, and that was very important to sing.
Could you sing that song for us?
She's too shy to sing, but
Okay.
the song that comes to mind is an image of Ariel in The Little Mermaid with her shell necklace.
Yes, yes.
And there's just an opening of tone and the choir.
I think you know what I'm going to ask now. Does she have connections to the mermaid realm?
Oh, ha ha.
Because I know I do, and many of our sisters that are coming together
That's
as
the
practitioners.
whales. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
we're all
yeah.
connected to the mermaid realm, and I really must
Mm,
ask more about that so that she can learn a little bit. I am sensing something.
mm, yeah.
Could you share more about her connection?
I hadn't gathered I was a mermaid. I thought I was just a human on the ocean.
Well, what
But
is
I
her?
do really
Yeah,
love, oh, I could just imagine right now
let's
dolphins and
let's ask
whales. Oh,
let's ask the higher self. What tell us about Lori's mermaid connection? We would love to know more about that. That's lovely.
yeah, very specifically saltwater. She still bathes in saltwater.
Okay,
Oh,
salt water.
ah.
Is this connected to Lemuria or Atlantis this time as a mermaid, or is it something off planet?
No, it's Lemuria.
Lemuria.
It's Lemuria. Atlantis was more of a working, there was
Yes.
a role there. There was business to be done,
What
which
kind of
can be
business did
addressed.
what kind of business in Atlantis? She wants to know that too.
Mm, servitude, but
What type of servitude? What was her life like there? What did she do?
I can imagine her serving food like with joy to serve, but it was like you weren't a servant, you were equal. You were just doing a different role.
So she was happy in
Oh,
this role.
very happy. Yeah.
Very good. Was she a male or female in this role?
Female also.
Okay, very good.
She's very predominantly been female, yet
Yes.
represses this female energy as if
Well,
it's not good enough or it's, and she thinks of the male as being just overly dominant. and
Where is
negative.
this block to the female energy? What part of the body is it concentrated in? Could you tell me?
I want to say the solar plexus.
Ah, okay. Very good. Would you and
I can see it
Raphael?
being like a mustard dull color as opposed to
Yes.
like a brilliant color, a dulling the senses.
Where did that come from? This shutdown of the feminine.
I'm being directed to like a feeling of being punched in the gut, but more figuratively.
Right.
And
Betrayal.
Atlantis, betrayal,
Betrayal. Well, there's
Atlantis.
been betrayal just in the two lifetimes we saw. So
Yeah.
I can see that with the solar plexus because that feeling of power. Let's clear the solar plexus and let's get rid of that block. Let's do that. We're calling in Raphael now, and he's coming in to work with you. Let's use that beautiful green light again. Tell me when the work is complete and it has been removed.
Mm. Yes, it's a brilliant yellow.
Oh, good. Lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much for your help today. Oh, Lori has so many questions for you today. She would like to know um, what her star system of origin is.
She wants to say it sounds so cliche.
That's never okay. What is it?
Mm. There's something about the Pleiades that with song and music, and that's where the song and the sounds and the music came from.
Well, there's so many of us that are Pleiadian here, so that makes
Mm.
perfect sense to me. Are any of the people from her star family that live with her in the Pleiades here in her current lifetime?
Yeah, her whole family.
Her whole
Well,
family.
her immediate family for sure.
That's lovely. That's a blessing. Very nice.
Her
Very nice.
father comes to mind, but that seems surprising. I don't know.
Ah, can you tell us more about him?
Hasn't been a big figure in her life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use the word backdrop, but that doesn't sound fair. But
No, that's
mm,
understandable. If it is, it is.
mhm.
Thank you. And then the final question she had for you. Oh, well, there's two. She's allergic to pets and trees. What can you share about that? This is causing some problems in her life right now.
I don't know why, but pollen is a choice, are the words.
Why did she choose to be allergic to pollen? What is the reason for that?
Oh, there's something about rubbing the nose, like a bringing you back into your body.
So, this is helping her ground when she does this gesture,
Hmm.
bringing her. Okay. I don't think she has
Yeah.
a need for that gesture anymore.
No.
No, no. Let's remove that. Let's I will let you work on that. Please release that and lessen that allergy. Let's relax that. Tell me when it is done. You're doing such a beautiful job of helping her today.
Just blowing it all away.
Yes. So she will no longer need to make that motion.
It's gone.
Thank you so much. And what about her allergy to pets? She loves animals. So that's a bit of a challenge. What can you share with us about that?
Mm. Brushing them helps keep their dander away. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that this can be removed, but it can be tempered by that just loving act of brushing them.
And this will not inflame her allergy to brush them,
It bonds them. That
bonds
it
them.
just gives them a connection that's there. It's a loving gesture, and
Why is that allergy there to begin with?
the word protection comes to mind.
Protection. Does she need to be protected from animals? Is this something that we can work with at all?
No.
No. Well, we can look at this another time. Thank you
Yeah, I
very
don't know.
much. I would like you, if you would, to scan Lori's body and tell me if there are any attachments or entities or anything that needs to be taken off today besides what we've already done. Thank you.
Yeah, there's just a dull gray thumping in her lower back still.
Still. Okay, let's go there to that gray. Describe what that looks like. What does that grayness? How is it shaped? What is it?
Like a muddy pond,
A muddy pond.
a
Does it have
blockage.
does it have a consciousness? Can it speak?
No, I think that's trauma held there.
All right. Let's use the white light. Let's bring in Raphael with his healing green light. And we'll bring in Michael to assist us. I am asking Michael to come forward first and gather this gray energy. And even though it does not have a consciousness, we are sending it love and wishing it well on the next part of its journey. Michael is wrapping that energy in a soft, white, fluffy energy like a warm blanket and cradling it in his arms and pulling it out of Lori's lower back and handing it off to a team of angels to carry it to source where it will be repurposed, healed, and used in service to the light. And I am asking the higher self and Archangel Raphael to come in with the green healing energy and cleanse and seal that area in the lower back so nothing can attach to it, so that the pain is gone. And Lori will feel light and relief in that area. Please tell me when it is done.
It's done. It was a reminder to stay grounded. It was blocking the light at the root chakra.
Ah,
And now it can flow through.
so the light is flowing freely.
Yes, 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 yes,
Do
yes.
you see anything else that we need to address?
No,
How about Lori's chakras? Could you scan her chakra column and see if they're in
that's what I'm
balance and
doing.
clean? Thank you.
Now it flows all the way down.
So her chakras are clear and clean.
Yeah.
Does Lori have any cords, energetic cords, attached to anyone or anything that need to be cut and removed?
So many. It's just cobwebs, cobwebs,
Cobwebs. Oh my.
cobwebs.
Well, we need to do something about
Mm.
that. Yes. Okay. Where are they concentrated?
Oh my God, the entire Rossmore Senior Center.
Okay. Tell us more about that. Could you share?
The people she helped when she worked in cannabis were elder people who had low energy vibrations. So she
Mhm.
came in with bright light to help. And even if they just wanted to talk to her, they loved the talk time with them. She even house cleaned for the Rossmore people.
Oh,
Connection to the older spirits, connection to older people. In the
Are these
future, they will share their light telepathically, but it won't need to be with this density.
are these
So
people
let's get rid of that.
still in a living body? Are they, or have they transitioned?
Some have.
Let's cut these cords. I think we need Michael. Let's bring in Michael with his sword, and please take your time and sever all of these cords that are attached to Lori. Pull them out at the root so they cannot come back. And as Michael is working, and as he is pulling these cords out at the root, Raphael and the higher self are working together as a team to seal every single place where those cords were attached. So Lori no longer feels heavy or tied down. She feels free and light and wonderful. Please tell me when it is done.
They've been transmitted to golden threads.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Is there any other healing to Lori's physical or energetic body that you see that needs to be done today?
Mm. Yeah, her children need to be cut.
They need to be, could you tell us more
the,
about that?
the cords to her children energetically need to be cut.
Why is that?
When they get upset, she gets upset and she can't control the difference between their emotions and hers.
Let's
And
do
she
that.
can stand by and watch, but she does not need to be a part. She just needs to witness.
All right, we'll ask Michael to come in and do the same. Pull the cords out by the root. Higher self, Raphael, healing green light, seal and protect. And Lori, from this day forward, will no longer experience these emotions. Tell us when it's done.
It's done.
Could you tell me if there's anything in her emotional body that needs adjusting? Lori, right now, I will tell you, she's just embarking on her mission. She's just completed class, and what what can we do to remove any doubt or any kind of self-esteem issue and infuse some confidence? Is there any adjustment in that area that needs to be made?
She has enough compassion. She just needs to remember that. It just needs compassion and to be listening, to
Okay.
truly listen with the heart. This will be wonderful.
She will know to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very. Tell us now if her soul parts are intact. Does she have all the fragments of her soul intact? Or is there anything we need to retrieve and reintegrate?
There's one in a closet.
In a closet. Could you share more about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bully has one of her
Oh,
fragments in a closet of
the
my
closet that the
of the
bully
childhood.
that the bully locked her in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we need that fragment back. So we would like to retrieve that fragment. And I would like to ask for Michael to help us to do that. To retrieve that part of Lori's self and bring it to us now. Tell us when he comes.
He's telling me how loved I am.
Of course you are. Is it time to reintegrate them?
Yeah.
Let us do this. Let us ask the higher self to place those in right now. And tell us when it's finished.
It's like I can smell cake, like a birthday cake. It's like the most beautiful smell and a heartfelt gift of childhood and its beauty. Just, I
Oh,
think all the psychic
wonderful.
parts will come back.
Is this Lori's inner child that's been returned to her?
Yeah.
There it is. How
It smells
love
like birthday cake.
birth, because today is a day of rebirth. It's a new
Oh,
day. We're starting a
yeah.
fresh chapter today, so that's perfect. Very, very good. And then let's look at one more thing. Let's take a look at Lori's aura. Let's look for any holes and cracks, fractures, anything. She's telling me that she feels vulnerable, that she feels like she's too open. And so we need to make sure she's shielded and protected as she does her work. So tell me what you see. Tell me the condition of her aura.
There's a sense of be careful what you take in because that's what
Mm-hmm.
goes out.
Yes, yes. So is she taking in things that she shouldn't?
Yeah, she doesn't have a problem with alcohol as much as it's a mindlessness. So the mindless, it's like a sugar cookie, or there's a mindless. So when the
And
mindless comes in, the mindless goes out. So
is is this
intention.
is this coming in through holes or cracks in her auric and energetic field? How is that getting to her?
Really feels like it's the mouth.
Through the mouth. Let's examine that. How is it getting in that way? How is it allowed to do that?
Low vibrational. It is the alcohol
Okay.
because there was smoking in her youth
Okay.
and drinking. It just there's an intake. I see the
The alcohol.
inhalation or the intake.
Well, the
It's
alcohol,
the portal.
it does carry a low vibration. So
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying in essence is that she is taking that low vibration in through the mouth
Uh-huh.
when she consumes it.
Uh-huh.
Let's do
Mm-hmm.
something about that. I would like to plant a suggestion right now that Lori no longer feels this need to consume alcohol. And let's do a clearing and releasing of that attachment, because that's definitely an attachment. Let's pull that out first. That's the first step. So let's do that. I am calling to Michael to come in, and this is very important for him to really get in there and pull at the root, pull this out. And as he's doing so, I'd like to know, what color is this energy, this attachment that is doing this to Lori?
I feel my taste buds tingling like a
Yes.
brown, tasteless taste bud.
Let's pull that out. When did this when did this come in?
A childhood.
Childhood. Was it during the bullying phase?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're releasing all attachments that have come from that time. And I can see that
Mm-hmm.
Michael is working very hard to remove this. It's been with you for a long time. And it's coming out. And as he's doing that, I see it. Tell me when it's fully gone. When is Michael finished?
There's no more.
I'd like the higher self to fill this area with light, white light, to just bring to really cleanse now this part of the body, really clean it out, and have Raphael come in with the green light and make sure it's fully healed. Tell me when that's finished.
It's like I got a power washing a minty toothpaste that sparkles in my mouth.
Sounds like the green light. Very pretty.
Ah, it's sparkly.
Lovely. Oh, that's
Delicious.
wonderful. Let's seal up Lori's auric field, whether there are cracks that we see or not, because this was getting in somehow. Let's seal her entire auric field in a very thick, thick encasement of golden light. Let's ask the higher self to do that. Please let me know when it's completed. And by doing this, no more of these attachments and negative behavioral energies, any of this can get in at all.
I protected the organs too.
Good. Thank you. That's wonderful. And then the last question is, what would you like to share with Laurie about her eating habits and what can be changed?
I have a picture of the rainbow in my mind. So, eating from the rainbow, clean sourced food,
Okay.
lots of water. Meat's fine, but it really does have to be, it has to be clean. And to pray at meals, to just be okay with praying at meals.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Grateful.
Yes. Gratitude is so important.
This taste in my mouth is so good, I couldn't imagine putting anything harmful in it.
Well, that's wonderful that we've accomplished two things. That's really great. Really, really nice. I'd like to give Laurie some suggestions that she will no longer, from this point forward, feel the need to turn to alcohol to ground herself. Yes. She will feel strong and confident, excited about this new chapter in her life, this birthday cake that she got today, the rebirth. This is her rebirth day. And that she's released all of these negative patterns from her life. She will no longer feel isolated or abandoned or exiled. She will feel beautiful and wonderful and excited about the next chapter. So that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
And now we would like to thank you